Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to play with our friend the evil Superboy Prime. I was a bit worried for some reason when I tried. I had to try a couple of times before being able to start the live stream. Basically, I would get an error message saying that the service was not available today or something. But right now it seems to be working, I think. So today we're going to play with our friend the evil Superboy Prime, and also we're going to try to play we'll start with maybe the St. Patrick seasonal from the evil villain's perspective. I made a video already with the St. Patrick seasonal from the hero's perspective, so let's see if we can do the same for our poor friend, our poor evil villains. Before we get started, let's salvage a few things. And there we go. Hello, Caris. Hello, Gabriel. So let's go to the Evil Hall of Doom and let's get started with the St. Patrick Seasonal. The mission is the same whether you play a hero or a villain. You have to go see your friend Mixius Pidalic. In the case of the heroes, you have to go to the Watchtower. In case of the villains, you have to go to the Hall of Doom. I just forget where in the Hall of Doom you have to go see. Oh, there he is. So it's smack dab in the center of the Hall of Doom, so you can't really miss it. I know that sometimes it's a bit confusing where you have to go in the Hall of Doom, but in this case it's pretty crystal clear.
Greetings and salutations, Earth idiot. I am Mr. Mixius Spitalik, a being from the fifth dimension. I understand you Earth chumps have a legend about little green men. Well, how could I resist? Gather all 33 of me golden coins from pots of gold all over Metropolis. If you can.
Hi, kid. We have a pretty nice looking version of the Red Death, as almost a Reverse Flash Red Death. The Red Death set of gears seems to be, or the Speed Metal, I should say, set of gears seems to be really popular. So we can see all the good stuff that we can purchase from the St. Patrick seasonal vendor. Roughly, we can get 10 clover leaves from the St. Patrick seasonal every day, and the seasonal should be up for about 2 weeks. So that gives you an idea of how much how much 4 clover leaves we should be able to get during that time period. I think I'm going the wrong way. We have to go to Metropolis. Let's go to Midtown. I usually go to Chinatown, but let's make an exception today. And Midtown it is. Hello, Skybree. So we'll start with the St. Patrick seasonal, and then we'll try to play a few other missions with our friend Superboy Prime. I probably don't need the boots, but the style is always welcome. And also I should probably try to get at least one of my tank characters towards the endgame. I never had a tank at endgame, so it would be probably a good idea to have at least one of those. Oh, no problem, Caris. Sure, kid. This is an evil villain, though. So... And I play on the US PS4 right now. Actually, I wonder if we could start with the Mixius Pidalic mission today. Let's start with our little guy here.
And isn't it? The Superman Memorial Statue in Centennial Park. Otherwise known
Maybe someday, Eric. You never know.
pigeon population. Speaking of, I need to go look up old Super Chump. If he's gonna fight against Brainiac, that boy is gonna need a brain.
Sadly for solo games, it's kind of hard to get basically right now what we have with this universe online is a persistent world. So roughly every couple of months, DCUO adds new stuff to the game, and they keep on adding and adding stuff year after year after year. Sadly, with a solo game, companies don't seem to be willing to do that. They'll add one, two DLCs once in a while, and that will be like pretty much it. Or some of the DLCs they'll add will just be like skins, different skins for the characters. Oh, let's grab all the friend here. So having a persistent world in a single-player game doesn't seem to be an option right now, at least not from the point of view of game companies.
The new heroes and villains means to our world. Is it the end or a new beginning? Tune in now. The Daily Planet, your trusted news source live, online, and on newsstands around the world.
Ah, the Daily Planet building. If you squint through that Brainiac bottle haze, you can see the tiny dark speck of Lois Lane throwing herself out the window, hoping that Superman will rescue her. I'm always waiting for the day he doesn't. Hasn't happened yet, but I can hope.
We have a nice Ultraman-looking character. Should I do the race? Nah, no race today. Maybe next time. Oh, I heard something though.
The Daily Planet Live. Join award-winning journalist Lois Lane's live broadcasts for what the Justice League is doing to counter the rise of the new villain forces. Tune in now. The Daily Planet, your trusted news source live, online, and on newsstands around the world.
Well, yeah, I guess a solo version of a game, not unlike DCUO, could be appreciated.
Here we have Metropolis City Hall, the hub of municipal government for the city, where you Earth tools have something called laws. I myself was mayor once. Everything was going great until I was forced to take extended leave back in the fifth dimension. Rest assured that any time you want to do community service for the greater good, ultimately Super Goon will show up and ruin it.
Right now the current CR limit is 228, I think. We only have one more. Yeah, he's going around Metropolis from places to see our friend Mixu Spitalik. It's one of the few missions you have for the St. Patrick Seasonal.
It's the Metropolis Museum of Art. Too bad Brainiac decided to become an art collector and bottle the whole building. In the fifth dimension, we don't hang art on the walls. It's used for a more, sanitary purpose. Kerflush! But you Earth dopes seem to love the stuff. Saps.
Although technically right now there's more than just a couple of missions. Technically what you really need to do, or what you should want to do, is to try to get all the feats for the seasonal before the seasonal ends. I usually don't worry too much about that. I don't care all that much about feats and skill points. Like basically you need to gather 6 base items from 2014, 7 base items from 2015, 8 base items from 2016. You have to use 20 clover bombs. You have to you can purchase 6 Celtic Rocks base items for the 2017. The Crown Pot of Gold and the backpack from 2017. The Druid Antler styles, the 6 base items from 2018, all the styles from the Celtic set. So there's quite a few feats that you can try to complete during the seasonal if you want to. It's not 10 skill point, it's 10 feat point, which is a bit different. Like basically, you need 100 feat point to get 1 skill point. So the feat that you're mentioning about spotting him 5 times, that gives you 10 feat points. So you need 10 such feats in order to get one such skill point. So the feat itself covers 1/10 of a skill point, if it makes any sense. I'm pretty sure I have it here. It's called like a site that makes you spit a lick in Gotham 5 times, and it's a 1-star feat. So it's 10 feat points. So you need 10 such feats to get 1 skill point. For the next Arkham game, we don't really know. There's a whole bunch of rumors. There's rumors that it's going to be a Justice League game. There's rumors that it's going to be a Superman game. There's so many rumors about that. The truth is, right now we don't really know. There's a whole bunch of rumors. So if we listen to the rumors, we could expect a whole bunch of stuff. But again, the truth is, we don't really know. Right now I'm pretty much in the northeast part of Metropolis. I never really played the Mixiospitalic mission over here, so it might be a bit tricky to find the pot of golds or the pots of gold. But we'll see what we can do. But again, just to come back for 1 second on the Arkham game. Oh, here's a pot of gold. Right now we have no idea what we will get from those for the next Arkham game.
Hey, this ain't a bullion buffet. You want them, you gotta work.
Evil coin running away.
Time is up, super chump.
And also we got some news about a few things not too long ago. I'm sure some of you guys are waiting for the Deadpool 2 game. And sadly, the Deadpool 2 seems to be in a bit of a... seems to have a few issues at the very least. Although there's one thing I don't see many people mention. You guys remember the awesome cinematic we have at the start of DC Universe Online? That cinematic was produced by... the name escapes me. Basically, the guy who directed the first Deadpool movie. He's the same guy who made the cinematic for this Universe Online that we have when we create our character at the very start of the game. But sadly, the poor guy was put aside when the time came to make Deadpool 2. Apparently, there was some creative difference between him and Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds is pretty much the most important part of Deadpool, or the most valued part of Deadpool, and he's also one of the producers. So they couldn't really they could make a Deadpool 2 without the director. They couldn't really make Deadpool 2 without Ryan Reynolds. But right now we hear stories about how the test screenings are being received really poorly, and apparently they went into quite a few reshoots to try to fix the issue. Depending on who you listen to, some people seems to say that it's just minor reshoots that were always planned for. Others seems to be saying that it's some pretty substantial reshoots that were added at the last minute. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see if we're going to see another case of something that will end up like BVS or Justice League or Suicide Squad, with a whole bunch of last-minute changes that will create a bit of a mess for the film. I guess we're going to have to wait and see for that. And of course, yes, he is evil. Evil, I says. The new DLC should come at the earliest last week of March. Seeing how we don't have it on the test server just yet, last week of March is pretty much the earliest we can expect Another Star Wars? I suppose that could be used as a comparison as well. I guess there's no pot of golds in this area. I'm so sad. I missed a few comments. Just let me backtrack a bit. For the Arkham game, there's rumors that at some point there were rumors that they were making a Superman game like the Arkham game. Then at some other point, the rumor became that they were making a Justice League game like the Arkham games. So yeah, we could probably see some Justice League members eventually in an upcoming Arkham games if they truly make it a Justice League game. But right now, all we have is rumors. There's nothing really confirmed. So we really don't know. We don't even know if there's really an upcoming Arkham game, but there probably is. But the truth is, we don't really know for sure. Thanks for being here, Possessed 2.
Keep 'em away from my coins, boyos.
Yeah, Deluge is the next episode. I suspect we're going to get Deluge like the last week of March, seeing how usually when a DLC gets added to the test server, 2 weeks afterwards we get the DLC on the live server. Sadly, we're already March 13th, and we don't have the Deluge DLC on the test server just yet. So we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait a bit more before we can know exactly when the Deluge DLC comes out. But also I suspect that we won't see the Deluge DLC while the St. Patrick's Seasonal is live. So the St. Patrick's Seasonal should end, I think it's March 26th. So I'm pretty sure that we won't see the Deluge DLC until March 27th. Again, I'm just guesstimating. I don't have any real information about that. So the truth is, we're gonna have to wait and see. But it should be. Right now, from the looks of things, we should get it the last week of March.
Mr. Mix just what the world needs. More Mixie Pixies. Get 'em, boys. Ow!
Yeah, the Deluge DLC is basically the Star Wars event that will be turned into an episode.
Hey, the gold ATM is now closed for business. Go get a real job.
Sorry, just backtracking a bit. I think I missed a few of your comments. I think we're good. Oh, and if you're wondering, sometimes there's those iconic characters that you can spot in Gotham and Metropolis.
Another time, mon ami.
Mala, this one is of no interest to us.
We were talking earlier about the feat where you need to spot the Mixius Pitalik within Metropolis. There's also iconic characters that you can spot from time to time. As you saw, we just saw Mala and the Brain, which are some evil villains from the Teen Titans.
Get your hands off of me.
Yeah, the Star Wars event is made into an episode. So basically, they're going to take the Star Wars event we had last year. They're going to add content to it, and they're going to make it into a full episode. It's pretty much what they did with the Joker and Riddler episode. Originally, that was supposed to be an event, and it was actually turned into a full DLC. Because I guess they found out that people didn't seem to like. Oh, that's a nice shield.
Go get a real job.
I guess people weren't very happy with events, so they decided to make them episodes instead. This mission will give us some clover. I forget the actual name. It gives us some lucky clover. You can basically get 10 lucky clovers per day. and that allows you to purchase some items from the St. Patrick seasonal. And we're only missing 3 coins, so let's try and find one last pot of gold, and we should be good to have our 3 coins. Oh, let's get our free exhibit. It's in either the Hall of Doom or the Watchtower. It's smack in the middle of each, so you should be able to find it easily enough. Oh, there's the evil cyborg. Should I give it a try? Let's try it. If I die, I apologize. Yeah, I don't think we have the Riddler staff as a weapon. If we do, I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, they should have. I'm surprised they didn't do that. It would have been perfect with the style, the Riddler style that they've made. But who knows? It's something they could add in the future. So if you ever wondered how I play my evil ice tank, basically I just cycle through my shields. It's that simple. I do a bit more than that. I give immunities to the group and stuff like that. But roughly enough, I cycle through my shields to be able to stay alive. And if I'm not in a group, giving immunity to the group doesn't really matter. It's smack in the middle. If you go into the very middle of the Hall of Doom, you're going to see Mixius Pitalik. But if you wait just a bit, once I'm done with the mission, I'll show it to you. And if you're wondering, that's how I started being able to solo the various bounties. Basically at the time, originally I was playing with my Phantom character. My Phantom character wasn't using shields, so doing the bounties solo with my Phantom character was not really an option. But when I played my Magneto character had a couple of shields that he could use. And that's how at level, basically at combat rating 70, I was able to pretty much solo all the Central City bounties with my Magneto, thanks to being able to cycle through my various shields. So for me it was quite easier to complete those bounties with my Magneto than it was with my character, the Phantom. The Phantom, I think I had to be a combat rating like 85 or something before I was even able to do the bounties with my my Phantom. With Magneto, I was able to do those bounties as soon as I hit combat rating 70. Could have maybe have been able to do it before, but I don't think I tried those bounties before with my Magneto. Okay, stay there, Caris. I'll finish my mission and I'll show you afterwards. And as a rule of thumb, also I would say that it's probably easier to complete the bounties solo with a tanky character. With the tank, usually you should have a lot more survivability than any other classes. Technically, I guess a healer should have a lot of survivability as well, but and it's not quite the same. And speaking of the Titans, I don't know if you guys saw, there's a rumor that there's going to be Jason Todd in the upcoming Titans series. We already know that there's going to be Dick Grayson. So we have to wonder, is Jason Todd only going to be in a flashback as Robin? Is Jason Todd going to be the evil Red Hood? I guess we're going to have to wait and see before we know for sure. Okay, so let's go get. Let me get the 3 coins that I'm still missing, and then I'll go to the Hall of Doom and I'll show you where the quest giver is for the mission. So you can see also why I always go to the same place to do the missions. Sadly, if you go to another spot, you have no idea where the... Like right now, I have no idea. In this part of the town, I don't really know where the pot of golds actually spawn. So it's quite a lot easier if I go to a place where I actually know where all the pot of golds actually spawn. Makes it easier to find them.
Golden coins it'll take to get him out of our dimension, but I hope we reach that mysterious number soon.
So let's go to the Hall of Doom. I'm still in combat somehow. There we go. Come on, come on. Yeah, the deluge will give us higher CR. Right now, the top CR is combat rating 220. A deluge will bring us much higher than that. Did I say 220? 228 right now is the top CR, if I'm not mistaken. So deluge should bring us higher than 228. Will it be 240? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see before that. So for our friend Mixospitalik, it's right over here in the Hall of Doom. It's smack in the middle of the Hall of Doom. You can't really miss it. So it's right there. All you need to do is you talk to our friend Mixospitalik, and he's going to give you the mission. And the vendor is right next to Mixospitalik. I guess I should have mentioned it's close to John Constantine. And here you can see all the various base items you can purchase. Like the bear, the bear! There's the antlers. What else do we have? There's a couple of collections that we can purchase. They're a bit pricey, but that's usually the price those collections are. There's some speakers that can give you some music and your base. Not sure if we can give those to the illegal as well. I guess not. The pot of gold in the back. Let me give you a little bow. I thought you were a female. I'm so sad. It's okay. I'll give you a bow anyway. I'm nice like that. So that's where you can get the mission. Oh, that's a fairly new character you have. So let's see, what else can we play with our little Superboy Prime today? This combat training, let's go to Gotham Under Siege. It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh, there we go. Hello, George. So to get back to Deluge for just half a second, yeah, Deluge will give us a higher CR. For the better mods, it depends. They seem to be. I think the last time they've upgraded the mainframe mods, if I'm not mistaken. So I suspect that next time they will upgrade the actual mods in our equipment. So we may get a new set of mods for our gear.
I just received a report from the battlefield that concerns me.
So let's get started. I didn't pay attention to which mission I got. So let's see. Oh no, not this one. I'm so sad. So we got the Ballista mission, the Suggestion Box mission, and the Tour of Duty. Let's start with this one. Usually we have to go to... let's start with the Ballista.
Whoever owns the skies will have a great advantage in this war. I want an advantage. And I always clear the air of Diana's forces.
Oh no! I hate that mission. Well, you're pretty low level Kairis, so we're gonna be stuck playing low level missions. Oh, we could actually play some Earth 3 missions. Okay, give me 1 second, Kairis. I'll invite you.
Both sides of this war have camps set up in the city of Gotham. From these vantage points, officers direct their troops across the front lines, warriors repair their damaged armor, and mystics open portals to their bases on Themyscira.
Are you still in the Hall of Doom? I'll meet you there. Sure, Nebula. We could play the 4-player Earth 3 mission. Hello, Quan. So, Kairis and Nebula, let's meet right here next to Mixus Spitalik, and we'll go play a mission together. I'm not sure, did I play... Oh yeah, I have 2 artifacts. Let's see if we can upgrade one of them. Oh, I guess not. Oh, I'm so sad now. I don't think there will ever be a server transfer. There's quite a few reasons for that. Uh, One of the main reasons is that PSN and Xbox don't really agree with each other for various reasons. And also, PSN and PC is literally two different services. So PSN will want to keep their customers. PC will want to keep their customers. So there's no real way that we could change a server. There's no way PSN will say yes for people to switch to PC. There's no way PC will say yes for people to switch to PSN. And there is no way that PlayStation will say yes for people to switch on Xbox, and for Xbox to say yes for people to switch on PSN. Just warp to. Oh, there you are. Now let's add you to friend. Oh, if you're a hero, Nebula, we won't be able to play together. Sorry about that. So let's start with the two-player mission uh, to start an easy one, and then we'll work our way towards some harder missions. Should I stay tank? Let's switch to DPS. Decisions. For EU and US, there's been a rumor at some point that they would actually merge a server. I don't really believe that.
Excellent. Mr. Luther said to expect some specialists on the scene. As you know, there's an unknown ship that crashed here. Unfortunately,
But for the EU-US thingy, there's people who are saying that if you play on one server, on a server like across the Atlantic, you have extra lag or something like that. There's some other people who say that it's fine and there's no such lag. So I never tried it myself, so I'm not sure if you can how good it is if you actually play on a different server like that. The new Flash episode. Well, I'm on to date with Flash. I saw like last week's episode. Obviously, I didn't see today's episode yet because it hasn't been released yet, or has it been released in Europe or something? Oh. I'm not very happy with Flash this season, and especially from what I understand today, we're going to get another episode that will focus on anyone else but the Flash. The Flash this season, strangely enough, became a supporting character in his own TV show. It seems as if for some reason they wanted to focus more on Ralph Dibny, Elongated Man. But they seem to be focusing on any character other than the Flash. They'll have an episode focusing on Iris. They'll have an episode focusing on Ralph. They'll have an episode focusing on Cisco. They have episodes about everyone but the Flash, and that drives me nuts a bit. It's nice when they do that once in a while, but this season it's been pretty much a recurring theme. Half of the episodes were focused on Ralph as opposed to being focused on Flash, and a lot of the other episodes were focused on other characters. There's been maybe 2-3 episodes that really focused on the Flash this year, so that drives me a bit nuts. Also, usually when they start doing that, it's usually not a good sign. Usually it's a sign that they let's wait for our friend. I'm not sure. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to die. Oh yeah, I forget we get that's gonna be a bit tricky.
Don't make me do this.
Oh!
Surrender now. Surrender now.
So this season they're making me really unhappy with the Flash. Actually, I'm pretty much unhappy with all the CW TV shows this year. So I'm starting to think that maybe if there's not a change soon, maybe I'm going to stop watching those shows. It's a bit of a miracle that I've been watching those shows anyways. Obviously, I'm not the target audience that they're looking for. So the fact that I was able to watch shows like Arrow or the Flash for a few years, that's a small miracle all by itself. Or the same with Supergirl for that matter. Well, yeah, Iris has been pretty bossy this year. Like, she became the boss out of nowhere. Not sure why. What the fact that she married Barry suddenly makes her the boss? I don't know. I understand why they're pushing. Let's say they're pushing some agenda on those TV shows. But I guess it's another thing that kind of hurts those shows, sadly. Sorry, Kyrie's, I wasn't able to bring you back. The evil robot doesn't want to let me. Supergirl was fun the first season. Obviously, there was a lot of feminism in there, but there was enough action, adventure, superhero stuff to make it easy to ignore the whole feminism angle. In the second season, they doubled down a lot on the feminism part. And this year, they pretty much tripled down on that. So it can still be enjoyable. There's a couple of episodes that were still enjoyable this year, but overall, it wasn't. It's becoming harder and harder to be able to enjoy and appreciate those TV shows. Sadly, which again is a miracle that I was able to enjoy them to begin with, because obviously I'm not the audience that they're aiming for. You would have to check the price. I know the flash boots. The flash boots usually are around 2-3 millions, maybe. Usually around 2 millions. The gold aura. It's been so long. I have no idea how much it is.
Nice work.
see who or what is in that ship.
Not so fast, Lex. We need to talk.
Super. Is there a cat in the tree somewhere in need of rescue?
You'll change your tune real quick once you learn why I'm here. Check your messages, Lex.
Message from Mercer.
But basically, you look on the broker how much the flash boots are and how much the gold aura is. It'll give you a nice indication of if you're going to be able to find someone to trade for those. Yeah, Krypton is coming up soon. We're gonna have to wait and see for Krypton. Basically, if they follow the pattern that they've been doing with the CW TV shows, we'll probably end up with something again that's going to be aimed at tweens. So, so it's going to be. We're gonna have to wait and see a few episodes to see what Krypton actually looks like. The show, I mean, not the planet. Well, the show took a bit of a nosedive this year, from what I understand, in terms of ratings, and I easily understand why.
We're here. Who the hell are you?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I guess slightly racist would be one way to put that.
It's uncanny. He looks just like you.
Forgive me.
The racist angle of Black Lightning, that was to be expected. It was obvious that they would try to explore racial issues. That's not really what bothered me. It's a bit annoying, but that's not really the part that bothered me with Black Lightning. What really killed me with Black Lightning was the whole family drama. I really didn't like that. I didn't like it in The Flash either, when they were overdoing it with the family drama, and I certainly didn't like it in Black Lightning either. And with Black Lightning, there was the whole drama with Black Lightning trying to get back with his wife, and then Black Lightning trying to be overprotective with his daughters. Then Black Lightning not wanting his daughters to be superheroes. Like one of his daughter, once she finds out she has powers, then there was a whole drama like Black Lightning not wanting her to become a superhero, and she wanted him to train her, and he didn't want to, and then I guess he agreed to at some point. That whole bit really kills me. The whole family drama. I really didn't enjoy that.
Maybe this will knock some sense into you.
But I guess I'm getting a little tired of all the CW TV shows. I was able to ignore a lot of the teen drama for quite a while, but now it seems they're going really heavily towards teen drama. Like yesterday with the Legends of... Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday when I tried to watch Legends of Tomorrow, I gave up halfway through the show. When they had the funeral for the rat, I had to stop the episode. I couldn't keep on watching. I saw the rest of the episode a bit later. Like basically I watched half the episode. When I saw the scene with the rat funeral, I couldn't watch anymore. Then I thought, okay, let's a bit later during the night, I decided, okay, let's give it another try. I was able to finish watching the episode, but holy crap, the whole bit about the haunted guitar and the dead rat and the funeral for the dead rat and then the rat ghost. I was like, really? They're getting. Legends of Tomorrow has always been a bit childish. It's something you pretty much have to accept for that show. They're very childish in the way the character acts very often. But yesterday they went beyond childish. They were pretty much on a level of doing something for preschoolers. Like it was not being childish anymore. It was not a bit juvenile. It was literally preschool type of material. So sadly, I think I'm very close to being done with those TV shows. I'm getting almost angry by the end of the. Whenever I watch a show, I'm really not happy by the end of the show. So I'm not sure if I'm going to start to keep watching those shows very long.
Please summon them. Thank you for coming.
Right now, the bad show is probably Arrow. And even Arrow, I'm really tired about the whole drama between the old Team Arrow and the new Team Arrow, especially considering that the new Team Arrow, they act as if they did nothing wrong, but Dinah pretty much betrayed them with Vigilante. Wild Dog betrayed them by testifying against Oliver. So they keep on acting as if they didn't do anything wrong when they did a lot of stuff wrong.
We can't ignore his plea for help, even if he has the face of our enemy. There are
I was happy to see Wally join the Legends of Tomorrow. Wally. I'm not sure why they didn't use Wally more in the Flash. Wally was a fun enough character. There's no, but it's as if they didn't know what to do with Wally, so they got rid of him in the Flash because they didn't know what to do with the character. And I would have thought they would add Wally to Legends of Tomorrow earlier than that. I was a bit surprised that they waited this long before Wally joining the Legends. But I'm very I'm very happy to see Wally join the Legends. But the way the Legends have been acting lately, it drives me a bit crazy. As you're mentioning, more action would be more appreciated. More action and less drama because they're going way overboard in the drama part. So it makes those shows pretty much unenjoyable right now. I understand why they're doing that though. It's a lot less expensive having characters argue and create drama than it is to create some nice action, superhero action. So they're probably trying to make those shows for super cheap, and having a lot of drama and very little action. That probably helps them to keep those shows super cheap. But they were able to make those shows for super cheap in the first couple of seasons and still have plenty of action. So I wish they went back more to how they were doing the first season of Flash, or even the first season of Arrow, as opposed to what they've been doing for the past couple of seasons. At least for for this season and even last season a bit.
Get out of here, scum. I didn't ask for your help.
Yeah, when there's some action, usually that's the better part of the show. Sadly, there's less and less cool action as the show progresses. Again, I kind of understand. It's probably one way that they're trying to keep the cost down. And also, as I mentioned, they're not going after an audience like me. Like I'm really not the target audience that they're looking for. So my guess is that they're doubling down on the drama because they're trying to aim those shows at tweens. And I guess they think that that's what tweens enjoy. I suppose they think that tweens or teens enjoy all that drama. So that's probably why they're doubling down on the drama. Sadly, we see the ratings going down. So they're pretty much making the wrong decisions on that front. The more they add drama to the show, the less they have action, and the more the ratings go down. So I'm not sure.
Mind your own business, freaks.
Gordon, your time as mayor is over. You're under arrest for obstruction of justice.
We're talking about a lot of stuff. Black Bleach.
Could you cut it any closer, Owlman? I had to make sure your money transferred.
It's nice that you watch some of the older videos, Callum. Basically, you have like a billion videos I made in the past. So if you don't hesitate to watch those older videos, I'm sure some of those could help. Could still help. But obviously, in some cases, if I talk about various styles or various missions, Obviously, you have to keep in mind that some changes have occurred in the since then. But I'm sure there's quite a few of those videos that are still quite relevant. And also, technically, it works a bit of as a time capsule, sort of. No pun intended. In the sense that many years from now, in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, when someday, when this Universe Online will no longer be, we're still going to be able to watch videos and remember the good old days of this Universe Online. Already, we can look at some of my past videos and see the good old days of this Universe Online from like 2 years ago.
Do you really think you can hurt me?
I did make a Black Panther video. I could make a Blade video, I suppose. I'm a big fan of Blade. We're talking about the TV shows. But we're talking about a lot of stuff, but right now we were talking about the TV shows. I don't think I will make a Black Panther or a Blade character. Right now I have a lot of characters, so I'm not really. I don't think I will create any more characters for a bit. But you never know. But also, if I was to create Blade, I would probably create Blade using gadgets with a one-handed sword and acrobat, and I have a whole bunch of those gadget acrobat characters already. The same with Black Panther. I guess with Black Panther, I could cheat a bit and make it like a nature type character. Actually, I think you just gave me a good idea for an upcoming character. I've been trying to come up with a nature character. I guess I could cheat and create a Killmonger character and make it a nature-powered character. Because basically, I'm trying to create a nature character. That's the only power that I'm not that I didn't create just yet. What about Rom? Rom is awesome. Don't say anything wrong about Rom. I guess I could create a Rom character. Especially now that we have the silver... the boots or the backpack. Decisions. Let's see what's more needed. 90, 88. I guess we'll go for the backpack. I like Jay Garrick quite a lot. My favorite would have to be Barry Allen, but I really enjoy Jay Garrick. I remember fondly when I first read the tale Flash of Two Worlds. I really enjoyed that storyline, and I really enjoyed meeting Jay Garrick for the first time. So let's get out of here. Oh, I forgot to check the scoreboard. I'm so sad. Yeah, Sky, I should probably make a ROM video. Oh, I forgot to... So let's see. We should be able to cure for... Oh, Kairis, it tells me that your inventory is full. You should probably go... You should probably empty your inventory. But yeah, I like Jay Garrick quite a lot too. Actually, let's do something better. There we go. Why cure only for one mission when we can cure for all of them? What say you? But yeah, I'm a big fan of Jay Garrick. I really enjoyed the character. The same with Alan Scott. As I mentioned, there was this story, The Flash of Two Worlds, where we first saw Jay Garrick, and also a bit later there still was another team up between Flash and Flash, between Jay Garrick and Barry Allen, and in a flashback we saw the Justice Society of America, and that was my first exposure to some of the JSA version of the JLA, like Alan Scott, like Al Pratt, and a few others I forget. So that I really enjoyed those characters. Hello, Lana. Yeah, let's see if we can maybe play some. Oh, Kyrie's were. Oh, I'm good, Lana. How are you? Oh, we have a nice void, nice void look here. The void material, so hard to get, but so sweet looking. Although it's a little too black for my taste, I would probably put a few highlights in there. I'm not sure why our friend Kyrie is not accepting. Let's go to Earth 3 because, well, why not? So let's see if our friend. Okay, there finally did. So I guess we can play a bunch of missions here while we wait.
Maybe one of these days we'll be free of all these superpowered monsters. For now,
this
you can
Earth's
do
Gotham
your
is in deep enough trouble without that speed demon Johnny Quick adding to it. Let's see if we
We
can't
need the
break
Crime
his
Syndicate's
stride.
encryption codes, coordinates to the Panopticon's location, and a better understanding of their
We
criminal
will set an
bureaucracy.
example that
You game?
those true of heart can triumph over lawlessness and greed.
The disease of corruption infects everyone and everything on this earth. From the highest penthouse to the lowest gutter, no one is immune.
Let's talk to our friend, the evil Lex Luthor.
This Earth is even more peculiar than I imagined, but full of promise with a proper management. Help the Justice League play superpowers with these unsavory locals, but refer any important developments to me.
My favorite Earth 3 character? I would have to say Ultraman. I kind of like all of them, but Ultraman has to be my favorite.
Unseating Mayor Gordon would be an ideal opportunity to create a power vacuum. Make your way to the Gotham Municipal and disrupt the mayor's re-election.
Although there was the Crisis on Earth 2, on 2 Earths, I always forget.
This is Amanda Waller.
There was an animated film. Oh, Space Ghost. There was an animated film where we saw a whole bunch of other characters from. In their case, it was in Earth 3. I think it was Earth 2. And in that animated film, there was a version of Black Lightning, which was awesome. It barely was a cameo, so I wouldn't say it was my favorite Earth 3 character, but it was a really fun looking character. The same with there was also a version of Martian Manhunter, which was a Martian straight out of John Carter, like one of the Tharn. So it was pretty cool to see that. Yeah, it was. Allman was voiced by James Wood. I usually enjoy James Wood. I'm a bit surprised he didn't make more movies than he actually did. Like, he made plenty of films, but I thought he'd be more popular, if it makes any sense. Or I thought he would have more leading roles. But for Allman, his voice was perfect. The voice, the delivery, he did an awesome job on that film.
All units, move in. Form a wall.
I'm pretty sure there's a Supergirl version on Earth 3. I just forget what it is. Hello, Flash Kid. But I've always been a big fan of the Crime Syndicate. Ironically enough, the first time I saw them was within the pages of Crisis on Infinite Earth, which was pretty much their last appearance for quite some time. But luckily enough, we got a new version of the Crime Syndicate at least a decade later. But it was well worth the wait. You have to play the Panopticon mission, I think, and you have to play the elite version of the mission. So you're gonna have better luck, and it's a rare drop. So you're gonna have to play the elite version over and over and over until you get lucky enough to actually get the cape. So I would strongly suggest instead bite the bullet and just buy it from the broker. It is expensive. Last I checked, it was 90 millions. But if you shop a bit, you should be able to get it for maybe 60 millions. I know 60 millions sound like a lot of money, but it's pretty much the safest way where you can get the cape. Otherwise, you're gonna have to play the mission over and over and over, hoping to get lucky. And from what I understand, it is a rare drop. So unless you're really lucky, you're gonna have to play the mission quite a lot before you actually get the cape. So if you want to be sure to have the cape, yeah, you have to buy it from the broker. Oh, let's wait for hope. Other than buying it for you, there's no way I could get it. I could help you get it. And even if I wanted to, I don't have 90 millions right now. Sorry. This is the 4-player mission from Earth 3. I forget the actual name.
What do we have here? Does someone want to throw themselves
And
on
hi,
the city
Costas.
court? There is no mercy here. There is only crime and punishment. So come forward and face the judge, jury, and executioner of Gotham City. We, the jury, find you
Is that it? That could be. Oh no, I'm trapped. Well, usually you have to pretty much free yourself. A lot of players don't seem to realize that sometimes your partners get trapped. Oh.
We, the jury, find you guilty. You shall now answer to a jury of your peers.
Oh, I'm so sad.
You are hereby sentenced to death.
Usually it allows me to grab a healing barrel, but not today.
We, the jury, find you guilty. You shall now answer to a jury of your peers. We find you in contempt.
Ten people? That's not too bad. There was a time when I had a lot of people on my ignore list.
We find you in contempt.
Suspect has been imprisoned. Abilities have been suppressed. Again, inmate is attempting escape. Containment field failed.
Oh, I see. I probably should look for briefing, but next time. Well, eons ago I used to put people on ignore for reasons. But once in a while what I'll do is that I'll clear out my ignore list. About once a year. I'll remove everyone from my ignore list, thinking that maybe they're not douchebags like they used to. Maybe they got nicer with time. But it's been a while since I added people on my ignore list. Sure, there's all the spam bots that I could probably add, but I don't really care about those. Well, there's a lot of spam bots in this universe online. It's something that a lot of people are complaining about. But it doesn't seem to be big enough of an issue for them to really do something about it. And at the end of the day, other than banning accounts that seems to be spam bots, There's nothing really they can do about that. And seeing this, how this is a free-to-play game, they can just create a new account. So
From me? Think again. I put up the signal. He's coming. No one operates in my city without paying a price.
oh yeah, the evil owl man.
Your loved one will pay for that.
So tonight, as we mentioned a bit earlier, we're gonna have a new episode of The Flash. But it seems that tonight it'll be an episode focused on Iris. Spoiler alert if you don't want to know what's coming up. Basically, for some reason, it seems that Iris will gain the Flash's power somehow. So Barry will lose his power, and Iris will gain the Flash powers. And they're giving Iris a costume kind of like the XS character that is basically her granddaughter from the Legion of Superheroes. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see if it's just a nod to the character or if there's going to be some deeper meaning behind that.
Everyone here has had a small yet effective explosion.
Yeah, it's the Earth 3 4-man mission. We're at the last boss, which is the evil Owlman. It's going fairly well so far. No one came close to dying as far as I could tell. Yeah, that's what some people have been saying. Basically, they seems to be redoing an episode of Smallville, which is not really a good sign. There's quite a few. Sadly, there's quite a few signs that seems to indicate that they don't seems to know what to do with the Flash anymore. Which is a bit sad, I suppose.
As this extravaganza comes to a close, I have one last round of parties. Don't just stand there. Help Owlman kill these vigilantes. A smart man will always do anything, everything.
It could be that she's pregnant. We don't know. We don't know that yet. Obviously, in the long run, they will make the storyline where she actually gets pregnant. Are they going to go with the tornado twins like they did in the comics? Are they going to try to give us a new twist on the storyline by? Are they going to give us a new twist by the storyline by making it something other than twins? We don't know just yet. For the Purple Lightning, I suppose they only tried to make her look different from the other speedster. But tonight, maybe there'll be an explanation on why she has a different color lightning. I guess we'll know tonight after watching the episode.
It was all him. Owlman bumped off the kid's parents so that Thomas Wayne could adopt him. He forced the kid to
The catalyst type mods, it's for crafting. I'm not sure exactly what you can craft with those.
Spare me. Gordon used their blood money to buy votes. It's true, but you got him killed. Shut your mouth. You let him face the Joker alone.
Give me 1 second, Bree. After this mission, I'll take a look.
Work playing a hero back there. I'll bet the insipid Boy Scout Superman was even convinced.
Let's give a little bow to everyone. And let's get out of here. So, Bree, I'm going to try to answer your question.
I need to talk to you. Your snake in the grass leader, Luther, has infiltrated the Panopticon, the crime syndicate's headquarters. He went in on his own and bit off more than he could chew. If there is an ounce of loyalty, please wonder what the Panopticon can help us bring Lex home.
Get back!
Let's give a little wave to our friend here. So let's take a look at the mod vendor, and I'll try to answer your question. It's probably not the best character for this. I might have to switch. I may have to switch character. We'll see. So I assume you mean the catalysts. Like you mean those catalysts, type 1, type 2, type 3, it goes up to type 8. Then there's the Catalyst Olympian, Task 4, Special Force, Goons of Gotham. These are most likely to do some crafting, and most likely to do some crafting for colas, I think. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to switch character. So let's go with our multiverse character. Pretty sure he has at least a few plans from Endgame. So we're going to check those catalysts, and that's going to be it for today, guys. If you have any questions, now's the time. I'm going to end the stream fairly soon. So let's see, what do we have that could require some catalysts? Come on, come on.
Hey, look who it is.
Oh, our friend Ambush Bug. So it's probably to craft some colas, I think. Or not just colas, probably various things. So you can see here, yeah, it's for the crafting stuff. Basically, some of the crafting stuff requires, in this case here, some catalyst type Olympian. So it's basically some items you need. If you do a lot of crafting, then you're gonna have to purchase the various catalysts in order to be able to do so. So depending on what you want to craft, you want to craft some supply goons. If you want to craft some supply Olympians, if you want to craft some supply special forces, or even just supply 8, 7, 6, whatever, the catalysts are used for some of that. At least for most of that, it seems. So that's what the catalysts are needed for. Basically, you purchase those from the crafting vendor, and they're needed in order to be able to craft various items. I guess it's one way also that they tried to add some marks of victory sync, I suppose, marks of triumph sync. They're trying to get people to use their marks of triumph for various things. And I guess buying Catalyst was one of their way to have us spend our marks overall. So I think that's going to be it for now, guys. I'm toying with maybe making a Star Wars video. I pretty much hate the looks that I came up with, though. Also, some people sometimes ask me if I'm a Star Wars fan or stuff like that. I thought I could make a Star Wars video where I show a few Star Wars style, and where I could answer a few Star Wars related questions. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. I'm also toying with a video about the evil cyborg Superman. Again, that's another thing that is a work in progress. I guess we'll have to see what I end up coming up with. The sad part with our friend Cyborg Superman is that basically the whole look of the character is pretty much asymmetrical. And creating an asymmetrical character is a bit challenging in this universe online. Although the robot arm is one of the few things that kind of works for that. I guess I could add the Supergirl version of Ankensha. We'll see. So that's going to be it for now, guys. So I have quite a few videos in the pipeline. Too many to name them all. So I'll try to choose one of them and maybe make it later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. So that's going to be it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care, Skybree.